into suppression with my raw guns. Revolution to Nepal. Oh, of course, yes, I'm trying to bring the revolution to Nepal. That's what we're doing as the Red Dragon. It is tempting to join the Comintern, but no, I've set my goals on destroying them. It's going to be difficult, though. I'm going to have to squeeze my way around them. Hope that they don't get... Ooh, jings, there'll be some lovely oil over here, right? I think Azerbaijan is home to the oil. Or was it Baku? Aye, Baku has all that oil. Jake, how many mouse tanks do you have? Tanks. This crazy guy. Look at all this army I have. The lucky ones actually get some artillery. I wonder if I have enough... No, I was thinking, I wonder if I have enough artillery to give to these guys, but I remembered that's not the choke point. Jake, does each of the 7 main nations have custom music packs, or is it German? There's a German and an allied one. Okay. Tibet, it's time for you to go down. I just hope you don't click your fingers and drop a large number of units that I simply cannot deal with. Wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what happens. Maybe having you there on the defense isn't quite good enough. I should have my artillerymen on the defense, but I would... I have 5 units. With a bit of luck, I'm only going to need 4 to encircle them, and I can send the other one to just occupy the rest. He does have 70% national unity, though. I'm going to have to take Lhasa, whether I want it or not. But there's no attack penalty in the desert. Surprised it's all desert up here, but what can you do? We're just going to have to conquer here. A clever thing would have been to actually have you set up with a defensive line right here. And by right here, I very explicitly mean right here and nowhere else. And I don't know if you're ever going to be able to do it, but I wouldn't mind you moving out there. The rest of you, it's just too small a scale from battle plan to be helping me out there. I wonder, you're already entrenched, right? You got a wee bit of it. Not sure if planning bonus is going to help you out in a miraculous way, but there you go. Let's just declare our war. And that explodes world tension by a whole 0.4%. Astonishing. So... Let's march. It's a bit of a shame to leave my capital completely unguarded, but they would have to get through here or here. They're not going to manage. So yes, Tibet have a staggering 2 divisions. Jake, is there going to be the promised Paradox stream on Monday till the game launches? On Monday it's a red day, so all the Swedes are on holidays. Thankfully for Paradox I'm not Swedish, so they can press me into servitude there. Okay, seems that they want to make their move on us. But I think it's a bad day to be them if they don't want to protect their capital. That said, I should be the one protecting my capital as well, so you get going there. I want one of you to defend here, and I want you to actually just attack them. This is nice. Our usage of artillery really helps out in the soft attack. So, as long as we can get across here faster than they can manage, Tibet should actually capitulate, since that's their only victory point of any note. It's worth 5 points. Their unity is only 70%. As long as I can get there fast enough. It does take a bit of time, sadly, but we'll try. James, every man counts here. Britain and France announce alliance. They are preparing for the worst. Unspecified threats against the stability in Europe. Well, it's not El Salvador this time. So yes, no war this year. And yeah, I think I will go for more equipment effort because I want extra good artillery as well. There we go, nice. Tibet just crumble. I'm taking it. I'm taking all there is here. And I get some free equipment, but it's probably just crappy guns, right? Yeah, just basic equipment. 300 off? That doesn't sound right. Oh well. Nice job. Essentially a freebie. Now you... Oh my lord. You're no faction, but you are communist. Okay, taking you out is not going to be as easy as I'd imagined. I am stuck between a rock and a hard place unless I can take you down. You're fairly mobilized, aren't you? You already have service by requirement. Jake, can you show the world tension got to its... Oh, how it got to its current value? Japan declaring war on China. And Shanxi, that really hurt it. And the peace treaty causing national Spain to take over in Spain, that hurt as well. What doesn't hurt, though, is our manpower. But how in the world am I going to deal with these guys? They have up to 31 units. They could probably click their fingers and get more. Jings, I'm a little stuck here. However, I think I could get a little friend of mine to help take down Xinjiang. I don't think you have any particular... Okay, the Soviets don't really care about you. I have an idea here. We're gonna have a non-aggression pact, I guess? No, I could do something better than that. Oh well, I'll knock down Nepal first. That's a bit more of a priority. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds good to me. We'll get all of you, set up a front line across Nepal, and we're just gonna have a crush them defensive attack order. Not so sure we're going to be using any of that properly. And I can also, thankfully, upgrade all of my guys. You may as well use strategic redeployment here. Yeah, I can switch you out for the Art Inf. They'll get that equipment eventually. Jake, how did you get 500 plus political power? The question is, why am I not using it? How are we looking on that fabrication here? It's another 120 days on it. I reckon Nepal won't last very long, but I do reckon they will actually defend their capital a bit better. Speaking of defending capital, maybe that's something that I should focus on as well. Like I could pull one of you out and just have you on Punakha, because if my capital falls, I also lose. Well, saying that, Nepal will be my only enemy and they can't get over here. Potentially famous last words, so I'm going to have you over there just in case. I'm going to make you into your own group. You don't need a leader, because that'll cost me stuff, but I'll have you exercise. Whew. I don't think Czechoslovakia is going to last all that much longer. There's good relations going on between the Germans and the Nationalists. They could well join that faction. Because now that they get some time to actually stabilize, the Nationalists will build up. Curse you, US. Your time will come. Maybe it's smart enough to get military access from the Raj, Jake. You can't attack from an area that you have military access in anyway, so that's not a concern. You know, I could actually have you join this division and also have you exercise. Because I do want my guys properly trained up. Right, Shang. I'll figure it out. But I do want to try conquering you. We'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I lose a touch of my power. Is there anything even worth taking here? I could limit my exports, but that will hurt my research time and my output. It's not necessary just yet. Oh. Excuse me. Like I said, not feeling so good. I'm going to need this stuff eventually, but I don't have the resources to do so. What I do need, though, are weapons 1. Yeah. Jake, you can expand your conscription law. I think I will as well. Hold on. Oh man. Sorry, that must be nasty. I should mute myself. I don't want to take the hit to my everything, but getting 4 times as much manpower, that's just too good to pass up. Expensive, but yes, service by requirement around here, and it couldn't just hurt to have some better units. Until I can't afford them anymore. The choke point here is now artillery, but we are producing it. We're producing it fairly fast as well, so who knows, I might be able to take on these guys. And yeah, there's more to be built, so let's build it. And I would love... oh, swell. Reduce speed due to lack of steel, you say? I could do with getting more. $1.3 per day or 1.17 per day? It's because I lack the goodies for it, and it took a hit to the production efficiency. But it will tick up, and I will need artillery, so I'll let it tick up. And I think I'll let them get the full amount of steel there, because we already have good efficiency on the weapons. Jake, leave some manpower, at least 6k. No. No, sir. There are achievements to get. In fact, I managed to get one of the achievements. What was it? Maybe I can tab out and check. No country for old men. Reach 0 manpower with a scraping barrel conscription law. Aye, that was quite the achievement. So I'm justifying on you. I have an idea. Might be a bit expensive, but I'll do it anyway. Shangqiang, they're gonna have to die. I'll figure out how though. The population is pretty low here, so it's not like I'm going to be gaining much manpower. China have claims here, but this will give me a broader border with China. The same Chinese who are falling to the Japanese, which is good news for us, but they still have an impressively large army. Low unity, though. As long as the Japanese don't do something ridiculously stupid like fighting the USA, I think everything will be fine for me. So you guys are all exercised up, which is good. Please stop breaking my equipment. I'm going to have you rejoin you. You'll get your planning bonus back, you'll get your entrenchment, and good, I got that. Indoctrination. More power, more national unity. None of this helps me out all that much. But some civvy factories and military factories will, so let's do it. Bhutan is going to be like a little Paris of Asia. Interesting that China still has troops on your border whilst losing to Japan. They know that I'm a hostile force since I am communist and they are non-aligned. I don't reckon they have much of an army here. This is just to stop me from strolling on in. Really, I should be doing the same, but I don't have an army to do that with. So let's get some better artillery, some considerably better artillery. I just want to compare the two again. More breakthrough, much more defense. 30% more soft attack. Same piercing, same reliability, a bit more expensive to make, but the same amount of unit health. Enough bickering, we'll just do it. Disappointed in myself that I'm not doing more doctrine though. Line artillery 10% is nice. Very nice. Honestly, I would like to fight China. Glorious, I get a bit faster research at this rate. I thought I was doing radio, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that I'm wrong. More computing, more research, but not when I could be getting better output. Got to teach the children and the women of our country how to make good weapons and such, whilst all the men are off fighting. Alright, there we go. It's going to hurt everything here, but oof. Now we need to produce some better weapons. And in a way, that's a bigger priority than producing more artillery. Oh, jings, I do not have the iron at all to be doing this. Got a fair deficit. We're going to turn to, once again, our friends in the Raj. Oh, they don't have any spare to give us, never mind that. France? No, we're going to have good relations with the Soviet Union. They can give us some. Also going to be switching out my type of artillery. So much to keep in mind. And I'm going to want all of these, but they're of no use right now, which is the trouble. Military police won't help me out just yet. Construction would be nice, but we'll get more goods produced in a moment. Jake, why don't you build submarines? You're so stupid, mentor guy. In fact, that's so stupid. Let's there we go. That's what happens to stupid questions. So Nepal is going down. I reckon they still have 2 units. That's good, because they're sitting there. Ugh. They've only been focusing on neutrality. Sadly, that gives them extra national unity, but they're still going to die for it. These guys are still trading up, which is fine. So maybe I could tell you guys just to all push. How bad could it go? Oh, that I like. That I like a lot. So we're going to switch out our artillery for our even better artillery. Watch as this plummets to, I don't know, 1 per day. Man, sometimes I surprise myself at how good I am at everything. So, still not focusing on armor. In fact, I don't think I'll be focusing on armor at all. I would quite like to get motorized. They help. Maneuverability is... oh, very handy. Radio is tempting. Yeah, let's get some radios. Alright, this is troublesome. They have mountaineers. Alright, everybody, I need you to hold now. If they want to fight us, that's great. They use mountaineers, so they're actually better at it. But they have pathetic attack. I'm going to need to move into position and strangle them. Don't want to get cut off, but I don't really have the numbers to be taking them here. It's a rather large border. I could get you involved. Means no longer defending my capital, but I'll probably do it anyway. Just hold off there. Let them come to us. Get those extra everythings that we need. Motorization does sound nice. Indoctrination, maybe not so much. Well, when the nuclear day comes, I want to be ready for it, but how far away is that? Hey, not that far. I would like to learn how to do nukes. Sure, why not? Nuclear effort. Another batch of maps obsolete. Now this province can't do anything. There's not much point in me taking it down. I'm fine and happy for them to come to me, since they're just going to wear themselves out. And I would like Kathmandu. So if these guys exhaust themselves, which they are, I can now make it a multiple conflict for them. They retreat. I beat them there. I take Kathmandu. And they will lose. This guy would want to advance, but he knows he would get pocketed if he did so. So, a few hundred losses, but Nepal lose everything. And there we go. Check that manpower. Necessary. Okay, speaking of necessary, I really do want to keep that capital protected. We have 1, 2, 3 provinces on the border with you. Something I'm going to have to keep in mind. Kaching. But I need my other units ready for this. There's a lot of things I need, actually. I want more artillery produced, but That's a no-go at the moment. I'll be happy to have an actual army later on. Jake, time to deploy? Not yet. Oh, that guy's finishing off the order I gave him, isn't he? Come now, strategically redeploy. Get there on the double. Use all that infrastructure that there isn't. Level 1 in Tibet, I'm not about to change that. And then, let's just give ourselves a line. What kind of terrain are we dealing with? It's nothing but mountains on their side, and on our side, we have a weak point that is the desert, so... Still though, we are going to have to push on through, one way or t'other. It's an incredible plan, I agree. Makes me wish I had something else, but I don't. He still hasn't learned how to actually fight. He's a disappointment. I think I will get my electronics company, make these researches go that bit faster. I don't know if that affects research that you've already started or not. I suppose I could have checked, but I did not. What about allying USSR? It's a consideration. But I need to keep this in mind. In 30 days I'll be ready to go for it. So how about we get some good relations with our friends in the USSR? Costs a bit of political power. Costs a bit of upkeep in that as well, but we have Reign of Terror that offsets it. 30 days should be enough to get all these guys trained up, and potentially even deployed in the right place. Our units are still a bit garbage though. Look at that, it's just no good. So checking it, there's only a need for 12 more, and give it 10 days and we'll have the total done. So where do you need them? Goodbye Czechoslovakia. Hello nukes. I look forward to researching you. Alright, we'll go down motorization so at least we have the option to do it. Wasn't there something else I was planning on doing that wasn't that? Oh well. Can't worry all day. Civi factories are free, but there's nothing that I can reasonably build up here since all the slots are taken. Could build up infrastructure, that doesn't seem like it would help me in the slightest. Could build an airbase, but I cannot. The Zog submits to Italy, what a shame for him. Could build forts, also doesn't seem worth my time. Could convert factories, still doesn't seem really worth my time. I guess a bit of infrastructure in Tibet whilst I think of anything else I could do. Then again, once I research this, I'll get extra building slots in a state, so that's worth consideration. Jake, why don't you get the final research slot? That requires 50 factories. I do not have 50 factories. Alright lads, let's see you deployed. Get rid of the rest of you. Have you added to this motley crew. I would like you to strategically deploy yourself onto this line as part of this plan. Jake, does your capital region have an infinite cap, or is it like 0 as it says? What do you mean an infinite cap? Are you talking about buildings? Has 5 out of 10 for infrastructure, and for buildings it's got 11 out of 11. If you mean something else, then you're gonna have to let me know. Still insufficient on the steel. I would really quite like all that improved artillery. So yes, I'm gonna have to trade for more steel. Thankfully the Soviet Union is our good friend. How good of our friend. We'll find out when it comes time to destroy Xinjiang, which is very soon. Improving their railway network, so it's not like they are focusing on war at the moment. German Reich perhaps is. With Czechoslovakia demolished, they're probably looking to Poland. It's not our concern at the moment. Our concern is defending this. Jake, is it worth building forts around your capital to make it harder to encircle? That's not how forts work. It would be better to fortify my actual capital. Even then it could become encircled, which negates the point of fortifying, but this is just so indefendable. I'm fortunate that it's in mountains, but still, having one guy with some artillery is the best I can do. It can buy me time, but not much else. Okay, so I can now declare war on you. It's not what I'm looking for at the moment, though. What I want to do is say, hey, can I join your faction? There we go. We stand together. Also, that deadly increase to world tension thanks to that. So if I now attack you, how about we call in our good friends to help us out here? And I need to declare war on you anyway. We'll just see how well it goes. This could go so badly. But they are the only person I can attack other than China. The British Raj would just... Oh my. Well, even if I destroyed the British Raj, I'd be fighting all of the allies who could just land here willy-nilly. And I would have too much land to police. I couldn't even manage a front like that. China does look like more and more of a tempting goal the more they get minced by Japan, though. But I might call in my good friend when it comes to that. So let's do this and see how well it goes. I doubt I'll be able to push all that hard into it. Oh. They are protective towards them and they're not going to join in. Well, that's regrettable. This could well go extremely badly for me. Depends how badly they perform. Actually, they're performing terribly. Our attack is even better than theirs. So we're actually going to have them go down and then mince them. Alright, they stagger away. But even when they're defending in mountains, I think we've got something going here. This will be an expensive war in men, most likely. Let's see if anybody wants to join in here. I don't think they want to. I mean, Mongolia would be quite nice to help out here, and they would. I suspect they would get gobbled up. How about you, Tanatuva? Ah, sure. But it's the mighty USSR who look to this and they go, almost. They're on the fence about it. Come on, lads. Okay, they're all running away, which means we no longer have desert to defend. Come on, my friends. There we go. It's more like it. Now, the troubling thing here is that the Soviets could well just take everything for themselves. It would not surprise me if they did. There's no strategic resources really worthy of my time focusing on. I mean, whoop-de-doo, 2 aluminium and some chromium. It's the manpower that I'm more looking at. Most of the population is here. We'll see what we can do. Good, we got this. They've also exhausted themselves quite badly here. But I think I would rather not. You guys are just standing there. I bet we could make this. They've got good defense, but that soft attack that we now have from our artillery is blowing them away. Look at that, 10k losses for them already. Right, Nanjing is down. Japan is gobbling up China. Could be that it's Japan that I'm going to have to trounce. And that won't be so easy. Keep ploughing. And if they want to keep attacking us, then too bad for them. I'd love to go around and encircle them, but then I myself could end up getting cut off, and this land is not particularly defendable. Still, they have bigger threats to worry about, don't they? Alright, so you're moving in there, which is fine. How about we have this happen? Dangerous, but I like it. You're moving in there, which is good. You're moving to try to assist there, but you're probably not going to make it in time. Maybe. No, you are going to make it in time, but it's just someone else for me to destroy. Thinking about it, I probably should have just moved in. Ach, well. Okay, so this is what I really want. Even if the Soviets beat me to it, I want to take this. So I need to be the one on the capital. So we gotta move out. We've got to move out pretty bad.